Hey there, how's everyone doing? It's Random Name 951, and I'm back and here to bring you the results of my Zaku leg modification slash like kind of fix, So as you see in front of you is 5 different figures or 5 Zakus, different variants that have all been repaired through the modification, and it's quite a spectacular sight, I could say, to see all these Zakus that were once kind of I guess you could say inhibited or hindered by their joints, and now they're here back again, ready to be for freaking play or use or whatever, and I was super excited to get this guy fixed, my Desert Camel Zaku. So I'll start from the left and work my way to the right, save the best for last, and let's do this. So recently I did a video of Johnny Ridden Zaku 2, and sorry that trying to see, I want to try to make this kind of a bit higher. Let me see here. Well, we'll just leave it like this. Let me see here. That seems okay. Alright, so like I said, I recently just did a review of my Johnny Ridden Zaku 2. I was supposed to get a Johnny Ridden's Gelgoog, but seller sent wrong items, so I refunded me, and I did a unboxing. And to my unfortunate surprise, the legs or the thigh joints were also messed up, meaning, moving them and they would just come off. Now with the mod, let's see how they improve. So let's do that test to where when you push the leg inward, it should pop out if it's a bad joint. So let's try it. So you can see I'm pushing in pretty much and nothing. Let's try pushing in from the back. For this mod, you could try pushing it from different angles, I mean, to show how good it is. Usually when you push it in when it's angled backward or to the front, there should be it possibly could be easier to pop out. As you can see, both ways it's still holding up pretty good. You try the right leg, and again both legs were actually their joints were not the joints, but the mold wasn't filled in, or not, God, I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically there wasn't that bowl to cradle the ball joint, and it wasn't working. So now I fixed it by doing the mod, and this Zaku is ready to be on my shelf. I actually put this guy back in its box and put it in my dresser because I was really disappointed. I didn't want to put him up for display. I was just like, forget this guy. So Johnny Ridden Zaku 2, let's go. Let's have an applause here. Yes. So he was one of the ones I fixed, and he just looks awesome now. I am so happy that his joints are back to being good. So I'll put him back over here, and over here is basically I recently did I got Shin Matsunaga, and this is an old black TriStars I had for a while, and I just swapped some pieces and made Shin Matsunaga Shadow Strike Zaku. And the reason why is because I wanted to, kind of have a cool custom, but also Shin Matsunaga's thighs were also, the holes didn't have the bowl to cradle the ball joint, so they also were popping out. This one, it came out pretty decent. I mean, I think it was still popping off a little bit, but it's better than it was before. So let's try it with the right leg first. So see, I'm pushing it in, no popping off action here. Push it up, push it in, try the back, pushing it in. You can see right leg is good. I think the left leg was kind of still popping off a little bit, but let's see, let's try it. So pushing it in, real good there. Let's try it from the front, pushing it in. And this one, I think from the front it has a little bit more give, but it's not popping off still. And from the back, push it in, and we have another fixed Zaku 2. It's just amazing how this mod, it's not really a mod, it's kind of just like, I guess you could say it's a mod, but it was meant to happen to the Zaku. Just during factory making of the thing, they never did the bowl inside the leg, Or in this case, actually Johnny Ridden's had the bowl, but it wasn't done enough, so it was still loose and coming off. So that was Shin Matsunaga's. And this guy right here, Rumble Walls Zaku one. Probably this is really how can I say this? It's a pretty tough figure to get just because it was only available with the deluxe edition of the Gallop. And the only way to get Rumble Walls Zaku one was to either get the American release of the Gallop or the Japanese release of the Gallop, and that was the only way. So having this guy, it's not common to see him. But unfortunately, in my case, when I got him, his right thigh also had the same problem where it was just popping off. And after the mod, let me tell you, this guy is working great. So let's try it. So I'm pushing in. You can see I'm pushing in with pretty good force. Try it from the front. Pushing it in. Pushing it in. And you can see it popped off a little bit there. It still has some give, but not. It's pretty good. You can see it's popped off. But overall, I mean, before I couldn't even move the leg without popping off. So you can see it's back to being useful. You know, I mean, for me to be doing this to it, you know, it's not likely. But I mean, you could see the movement in the leg is back, and he is ready to be displayed or played or whatever. I mean, Shin Matsunaga Zaku. Excuse me, Rumble Raw Zaku one, very cool. And I'm happy to fix this guy. I've been really debating whether I should get another leg to replace it or not, and now I don't have to for any of my Zakus or for future Zakus unless I really mess up the mod when trying to fix this guy. So you can see, very nice and a nice fix. He does have that little problem where it slips off, but you see how much force I have to put for it even to come off. And you can even hear it now. It actually kind of clicks in, so watch this. Oh, wait. So you hear that? It kind of clicked in, so now it's like it's really secure in there. And he's a lot better than he was before. Before, his leg wouldn't even stick on for nothing, you know. So that's 3. Here's my most recent pickup. I bought this from a seller, pretty good friends with. Unfortunately, you know, as I said, Zakus, more often than not, they have the thigh problem. Same went for this guy. And luckily, this guy is kind of what, I guess you could say, inspired me to do this mod. To try to fix the Zakus. And his leg, it wasn't too bad, but it was popping off still. And it was like, So this guy was my first attempt, and it came out okay. It's not the best, kind of stiff, but it works. So let's do that test. So push it in right now. No movement. Move it to the front. Push it in. No movement. Move it to the back. And no movement at all. So this guy is good. Now the mod, it seems like I'm not sure if it was the mod or what, but it seems like one leg's a little taller than others. So you can see kind of goes back and forth. Maybe it's nothing bad. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, you could pose him differently or something. Maybe he's running, or I don't know. But again, another fixed Zaku, and it's better than him having his foot just fall off constantly than having this little height difference, you know. So I'm very happy to fix this guy, especially him. Like I said, I love my Zakus and can't live without them. Alright, so next on the list, and I was really excited to try to fix one of these guys when I had the chance. After fixing that Zaku, was my Desert Camel Zaku. You guys know, seen all my videos, I love my Desert Camel Zakus. I can't get enough of them, and I won't get enough of them because I'll keep getting them. And this guy was the last one I did to fix. I got a little carried away with him. It's really good though because you can't see it, but basically I accidentally drilled. I was actually when I was drilling, I wasn't drilling down enough, and what happened was I drilled through the leg, so I didn't really mess it up. You can see there's like a little cut right there, and it's really not noticeable, which is good because the skirt's hiding it a lot, so you know it's good. But this one came out very good too. It came out really good. You can see how close it is to the joint, the middle, and the right leg was the one that was having the problem. So let's try it now. So we're doing the strength test, see if it pops off. Nope. I mean, it's not even budging, honestly. This thing is good. This one was giving me a little bit of a problem because I wasn't doing it right. Like there was just, see, when you're doing this mod, sometimes like not doing a certain part could still make the leg pop off. So like when you're trying to do that strength test to test if you did it right, sometimes it'll still pop off. So I just had to get a little piece, shave a little bit more off of the inside, and this guy is perfect. Now you may notice he's missing his antenna, and that's because I actually cut it off with a little box cutter because it was all bent and retarded. So I just cut it off, and now I have a grunt desert camel Zaku too. Very nice. So I'm really happy to fix this guy. I've been having this guy in a box for a while, and I wasn't sure what to do with him. I was thinking about getting a replacement part, an extra thigh. Of course, it wasn't going to be a desert camel Zaku thigh because the desert camel Zaku itself is so rare. I mean, finding a thigh, an extra one, is like near impossible. So I actually had one more figure to show you, and it's another desert camel Zaku. Now I had two of these. This one was basically junked. I bought this from a seller, and he had a couple figures. A lot of them were junked, and I saw this guy. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna buy it. And let me tell you, this guy was in horrible condition. His antenna was bad. He doesn't even have the right hands, but they work, and I just put them in there just for, just have them. They look like they're heavy arms hands or something. And let me tell you, his legs both were just destroyed. I mean, both of them didn't have the bowl, so they were just sticking out and they wouldn't stay in. And this is probably the most successful out of all of them, and they came out really good. So this was the first side I did, I think, and I'll do the strength test real quick. See that? See that? You see that? And I'll do it again with the skirt on right now. But oh shoot, my foot fell asleep. But I wanted to show you guys. I wanted you guys to hear how well this thing clicks in. Like, it sounds like it's done from the factory. So check this out. I don't know if you heard that, but I'll do it one more time. Just cause. Alright, so it's kind of subtle, but I mean, that's kind of the sound, or that's the feel that I get when I do some of my Zakus when I put them in their legs. Like, it's just it's crazy how good this one came out. And I'm gonna just put them together real quick, and then we'll try the strength test again. Okay, so here he is, and this is another grunt Zaku because I cut the thing off. So let's try that strength test, and this guy actually looks really good. I mean, I'm just so happy because this guy's legs were both messed up. I didn't know what I was going to do with them. So let's do that strength test. You can see no movement there. Doing mid now. No movement there. No popping off here. My foot keeps falling asleep, sorry. So let's do the right leg. So strength test. No movement there. Upward, no movement there. And back. So you can see this one, out of all of them, I feel like this one was the most successful one because, like I said, that joint, popping it in, it sounds just so natural, just like how it should be. He looks normal. You can't really tell that his legs were ever messed up. And I'm just really happy because honestly, this guy, he would have probably been scraps. Like I said, when I bought him, both thighs done. They wouldn't even stay on at all. His antenna was super bent. He had the wrong hands, and he came with this weapon, but he didn't come with anything else. So I was like, I'll pick him up for the right price. So I offered, I think, the seller like 10 or 11 bucks, and I told him, hey, those are the wrong hands. Those legs don't look like they're staying on very well. And he listened, and he accepted the deal. So I'm just like extremely happy that I got both that guy and this guy fixed because, like I said, my desert camel Zakus are my babies, and it's just I'm just so happy. And this will be for future Zakus also. If I ever get brand new box Zakus, Japanese release, American release, or any used ones, I'll be able to fix them now, and I won't have to worry about getting spare parts other than if they don't come with the actual parts. So I mean, I feel like this is really good, you know. I mean, I have 6 Zakus right here that I'm ready to use again, and they're all fixed. So I'm just extremely happy right now. I was able to get everything done. Like I said, I think it was this guy. Like in this guy's case, make sure you're not drilling out just straight in. You want to do the angle, because I got too crazy and I actually accidentally drilled through the leg. Again, it wasn't a big deal because the skirt's hiding it, and I super glued it, the part that kind of came off back in. So it's really awesome to see all these guys back in standing condition and in posable condition and without any legs falling off. I mean, Johnny Rin Zaku 2 just looks cool as heck right now, and those grunt desert camel Zakus just look beautiful back being ready for whatever. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope the tutorial videos on how to do the modification of fixing your Zaku 2 legs helps a lot, because I know for sure it helped me a bunch. And let me tell you, like I said, I didn't know what I was going to do with any of these guys. You know, I was going to buy a new leg for my Rumble Roll Zaku. I was probably going to buy some thighs for the desert camo, and they're going to probably be mismatched parts. So I'm just extremely happy that these guys are back and just ready to be put in my collection. So that's it for me, everyone. I really hoped this video got you guys excited, and I hope those videos on the tutorial for the mods help you a lot, because like I said, I know it helped me. So until then, I'll see you guys on my next video, but I have to say goodbye now and peace.